This is a report on 1001 Caribou Drive, Prosper. Um, just a summary. Everything looks really good. Nothing really of great concern. Just a number of points, and there's a summary at the end of this report. But for the moment, I'm just going to go through and tell you about the house in general and the things that I found in particular. Now, we're scrolling down through the report. You'll have a copy of this as well. The foundation itself is a post-tension cable, and on the day of the inspection I measured its level, and I found it to be level to plus or minus 0 effectively over both its left and right and front to rear elevations, so that's good. Now I expect it to be level because it's only recently been poured, but this is really for you as a reference point in the future. If ever you think you've got foundation movement, you can actually get me back to measure it for you, and we'll be able to tell whether or not the foundation has moved. Foundation moving in Texas is very common and is to be expected. Now, there are a number of things that you can do about it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So the foundation was measured using a laser level. This is just a general process of level measurement. There's a much more detailed one I can carry out, but that takes a few hours. In this particular case, all I do is measure it with a laser level. It's very accurate. As I say, it does tell us whether the foundation is level. One point, as I was going around the actual property on the outside of the foundation, found there are ants entering the building via weep holes. They need to be fixed. So overall, the foundation is in good condition. On the day of the inspection, it was performing its function very good indeed. All the grading is good around the building and should drain very well. In the report, there's a note about maintenance of the foundation and watering, and I'd read that if I was you in detail and understand that you've got to look after the foundation. It's your responsibility of homeowner. It can't be left to anybody else but yourself. The roof covering was good, but around the building there are kick-out flashings missing, and you'll see it in the report. Kick-out flashings, they're not critically important, but they are important. What they do is they divert water, so instead of going across the walls, which you could do here, it actually gets diverted into the gutter. And there are places where there's kick-out flashing used, but other places it's not. Then we've got missing diverters in various places. This is on the left hand elevation, just below the valley there's a missing diverter, so that means the valley will literally force water over the top of the gutter, so that needs to be fixed. On the left hand elevation there's a flue that's a bit too short. See this flue here? This flue should be in excess of 3 foot. Actually it should be nearer to 4, like this flue here. This is easy to extend, it can be done from inside the house, but that really needs to be made taller, that particular flue. There is one point, and this is very common, your builder is going to object to this, they always do, but you see you've got gutters running out over the roof, and really what you should have is a gutter downpipe. Now if the builder says he doesn't want to put a gutter downpipe in for you, you might like to ask him to take the gutters off. A lot of the gable ends around the building do not have that gutter downpipe fitted, and it would be better not to have gutters if you're going to concentrate the water over a particular point. There's an explanation in here, and a diagram tells you what the problem is. Basically it leads to the roof getting rotten. You don't want that to happen. And then we get on to the roof structure. Everything's fine in the attic, apart from one thing. You've got a door, and the door to the attic doesn't have a lock, and of course the attic has hatches that are in the garage, and there is a chance that somebody could break into the garage and then get into the house via the attic, so you need to have that fixed, a lock on that door. There's missing weep holes in the actual porch at the back. One of the columns has missing weep holes. They just need to be installed. The door to the actual porch, it doesn't close properly, snugly. If you lock it, it will actually leave a gap between the weather ceiling and the actual door itself, so it's going to leak air in the summer and winter. Just spanning through here just to see my notes. Electrical system is fine, arc fault detectors are in place, which is correct, all good, wiring's good. Heating is warm air, and the cooling is a split system. And on the day of the inspection, I got it to drop an average of 16. It was actually 16 to 18. Quite a good drop. Very good. In the actual walk-in attic, over the top of one of the bathrooms is a vent, and that vent should vent up to the roof, and it doesn't. It's actually disconnected, so that needs fixing. Water supply is fine. We have 50 pounds per square inch, which is good. We're looking between 40 and 80. It's right in the middle. It's good. I put the sewer cam down, and you'll see it better in the report than in this short video. But there are debris in the sewer line in the master, and it may get washed out. It may not. The thing is, I actually did run the master bath, and it should have actually washed this debris away, and it didn't. It's stuck. I recommend that both all the lines under the house are actually cleaned using a power washer. The water heaters, they're in the garage. They're all correct, apart from one thing. You have a hood, and that hood is loose, and you can secure that hood with metal screws, and that would stop it moving, so that should be secured. Hydrotherapy tub is all installed correctly. There is access to the tub, and the cover is there. It's available and it's accessible. Dishwasher wasn't installed. In fact, the plumber is actually downstairs installing all that equipment as we speak. But that all comes with a 1-year warranty. Well, it actually comes with more than 1-year warranty, doesn't it? But it comes with a warranty, so I haven't included it as part of this inspection. The lawn and garden sprinkler system is operational. You've got 12 zones on the controller and 11 are operational in the ground. So, in summary, which we've got at the bottom here, there are a number of things to be addressed. The kick-out flashing, pretty important, and the gutters actually draining over the roof, very important. It will wear the gutter. The builder will tell you it's how they do it here in Texas. The problem with it is that I come across roofs on houses that are 10 to 12 years old, and they're completely rotten where the gutter has been draining over the roof. And seriously, it would be better just to take that gutter off and not have it there than have it concentrating the water in one place. The flue on the left-hand elevation, that's just too short. That should be extended, and the missing lock needs to be fitted to the attic door. A weep hole needs to be installed in the columns near the porch, and the door at the rear porch, that needs to have be refitted so that it actually closes snugly when it's locked. The loose vent over the bathroom, that needs to be secured so that the bathroom actually vent and blower actually blows out of the house, not into the attic. And then finally, the sewer lines. They need to be washed out. They have got a lot of debris in them, and I recommend that the lines are power washed before you occupy the house. And then finally, secure the water heater hoods with metal screws.